LUCA, a new movie from Disney Pixar, set on the Italian Riviera, a story about an unlikely friendship between a human and two sea monsters disguised as humans who have to hide their secret identities. That they're sea monsters. Now this is a Disney Pixar movie, and Disney Pixar have been knocking it out of the park in recent years. Movies like COCO, ONWARD and SOUL all being fantastic. Each better than the last in my opinion. The first thing I noticed when I started watching LUCA is that the art style is slightly different than the other Disney Pixar movies we've seen. While it still kind of has that Disney aesthetic, it's kind of a step away as well. There's something a little bit different about this one. So the story centers on LUCA, a young kid or young sea monster who's told by his parents never to go to the surface because humans are all monsters who kill people. And he ends up stumbling across a friend, a fellow sea monster who does go on the land and tempts LUCA onto going onto land. And when sea monsters go onto land, they transform into humans. So who knows, maybe there's sea monsters around you right now. Maybe I'm a sea monster, I'm not gonna tell you. You'll have to wait and find out. But they end up in this little Italian town and their dream is to get a Vespa. And through a young girl in that town, they find out that there's a race where they can win money to buy a used Vespa, fulfill their dream and break away. And LUCA is on the run because his parents want to send him to the deep of the ocean to keep him safe. So basically the message of the movie to young kids is if you don't like what your parents say, run away and do whatever you want. Now what I will say is the first 30 minutes of the movie, I wasn't too impressed. It was dragging, it was a bit slow, there was a lot of setup, and I was thinking maybe Disney Pixar aren't going to knock it out of the park this time. But you give this movie a chance, you let the movie grab you a little bit, and you see the friendship between all these friends grow. It has its moments, it has moments that hit hard, and the ending ultimately culminates in a very emotional, just really well done ending. Now it's important to note here, this is a Disney Pixar movie. Of course, these animated movies are made for kids. But I've said many times on this channel, I'm a big kid. I love Disney Pixar, I love animated movies, I love Disney movies, and I in particular love Pixar movies. And I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them. And LUCA doesn't stand up to Disney Pixar level. Initially, I would have said no. If you asked me 40 minutes into this movie, I would have said no. But by the end, this movie had me sitting there going, that was a damn good movie. Now, is it on the same level as COCO, ONWARD, and SOUL? I would say no, it's slightly below that. LUCA is a very good movie. It has its own unique style within Disney Pixar, which is interesting to see if that's going to be a future way, whether they're slightly changing their animation style or whether they'll go back to a little bit more familiarity with their next one. The story about a growing friendship and even some jealousy in there between three friends is fantastic. And the friendship between LUCA and Alberto throughout the movie just grows exponentially. They have their all is lost moment. They come back together to team up and overcome their issues. And all along, they're trying to find a way to be accepted by humans as sea monsters. Overall, apart from being a little bit dragged out at the beginning, I think it's a fairly well-written movie. It's enjoyable, but you kind of have to give it a chance. You got to get through that first part to get to the part later on. It all comes together, and overall, becomes a pretty damn good movie. Now maybe I just have higher expectations than I should for this because we're coming in off the back of Soul, which is the last Disney Pixar movie, and that was top tier in my opinion. That was the top tier movie, and holding LUCA to the same standards is perhaps a little bit unfair. It's close to the level of COCO and ONWARDS, just not quite there. I'd rate COCO and ONWARDS as both an 8 out of 10. I'd give Soul a 9 out of 10, so I think it's only fair to give LUCA a 7 out of 10. A very good effort, a damn enjoyable movie, even for a big kid like me, and I'd highly suggest checking out LUCA on your next movie night. But I'd love to know your thoughts on LUCA in the comments section below. Let me know all about it. And if you enjoyed today's movie review, I'd really appreciate if you shared this on all your social media with everyone you know that loves movies, just to help our little channel grow. But with all that said and done, thank you so much for watching.